is so much ignorance about poverty and literacy, and both are shamed. So
Yeah.
if you shame people, they don't let you know that they're struggling. My cousin,
Right.
she talks about in 3rd grade peeing her pants because she couldn't read and she was trying to memorize the alphabet up around the top of the room, and the teacher was yelling at her for not paying attention. And she
Right.
lived her whole life in a car with parents who couldn't read and write. So this whole literacy journey really begins with creating connections and supports that allow children to actually focus on that subject that we're teaching, and have
Right.
it be meaningful and relevant. And the other part of that, I have a doctorate in educational leadership, and learning theory says if you don't make things relevant, people can't grab the knowledge. I was doing a keynote for a Title I conference. I had 9,000 teachers in the audience. I got there a little early, and the speaker before me was talking, and she said, "I know some of you don't like working with these kids in poverty, but you need to find a way to smile. They deserve a smile every day. And if you can't find a smile, just fake it." And it was my turn to speak. I said, "I'd like to give you
Can't
some more
fake it.
information so that you actually like the kids, because they will see right through
Right
you.
through you.
You this is a gift all human beings have, and I bet you every one
Yes.
of the audience members has had that moment where they're talking to someone just a minute or 2 and they realize they don't really like you.
Right.
They don't have to tell you, you can feel it. You can feel you're
Right.
not wanted, you can feel the tone of voice, that we talk to people in the crisis of poverty. Just sit in a welfare office, a health clinic, at
Yeah.
a high poverty school and listen to the tone of voice. And
Right.
you begin to see how that internalization and hopelessness and lack of confidence really get instituted into our systems. At 26, I thought I had nothing to offer the planet. I can
Right.
be a mom, and I'm
Right.
I'm gonna do well at that, but I'm not smart. And that's where a lot of kids and adults are, in from the impacts of poverty. But
Right.
they're not people like me. That otherness really does prevent us from treating people humanely, and adding value when we interact. When you interact with someone, you get 2 choices. You can add value or you can take it away.
Right.
So really getting to that place where I see people and I understand poverty's the problem, not the people who live in it. Well, I grew up where most people couldn't read and write. So the way we interacted in the world was our normal way, because your world is normal. But when you come into contact with people who expect you to do things or expect you to know words, I hated big words. I hated big words because I didn't know what they meant. And they were just so intimidating. So you tell people, I don't know that word. I mean, I think I started out a asker when I was a little girl saying, what does that word mean? But pretty soon you learn don't ask, because people look at you like, how could you not know that word? I was 26 working on my GED, and I had an instructor who was talking about Watergate. And I said, what is that Watergate thing? And he said, how can you not know this? Aren't you American? I don't know why I don't know what everybody else just seems to automatically know. I guess I'm stupid. And this is what happens to people is they come to believe that they are the problem. Paulo Freire is a Brazilian scholar who writes about poverty worldwide. And he says in the United States, it's the only country in the world that teaches its people they are the cause of poverty, because there isn't honest conversations about where are the good schools. Where's nutrition? Where is access to preventative care, access to dental care, the things that a human needs to develop? We don't have those conversations. And we have this idea that you just need to be self-sufficient. There's never been a self-sufficient human being on the planet. We all need help. And for some people, the help is built in. They're born with a pillow to lay their head on. They're surrounded by people who know those words. And so for me, it was just intimidating. So you don't go into places where people are literate because you don't want to be intimidated by them. You just stay with the people that are like you. It's more comfortable.